Has anybody else noticed how female rap has been dominating a lot recently? Yeah, it's time to have a discussion surrounding the rap girls and TikTok. It feels as though we're having a female rap renaissance at the moment, with a lot of women in rap becoming mainstream stars. We've seen more significance with female rappers in pop culture recently than we've ever seen before, with many of the current songs coming from female rappers seemingly gaining traction through TikTok. For example, we've got Barbie World by Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat, Area Codes by Cali, and Plays by Coi Leray. In 2019, we saw the most female rappers ever chart, with 8 women being featured on the Billboard Hot 100. This was Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, City Girls, Sweetie, Cardi B, Doja Cat, and Iggy Azalea. This has only increased over the years, with 2022 hitting a new peak, seeing 11 women chart on Billboard. Lotto, Glorilla, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Ice Spice, Bia, Doja Cat, City Girls, Lizzo, and Coi Leray. And in 2023, we've already surpassed this, with 12 women touching the Billboard charts already, and we've still got 3 months of the year to go, so this is only likely to increase. Some of the new women featured this year include Dolce, Cali, and Sexy Red. So with it being said that hip-hop is decreasing in popularity based on statistics, why is it that female rap seems to be thriving now more than ever? So before we delve into the new crop of girls, let's explore the female rappers of previous years. During the late 90s and early 2000s, we saw a lot of prominent female rappers such as Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Left Eye, Eve, Remy Ma, and many more. And while female rappers were definitely outnumbered by their male counterparts, it seemed as though we had more female rappers with longer runs and more significance and impact in pop culture than we did for a while. From fashion to TV, iconic hits and more, women of the late 90s and 2000s saw huge success, with their impact still being mentioned when reflecting on music today. The run of female rappers began to slow down towards the end of the 2000s, with prominent stars such as Remy Ma and Lil' Kim going to prison, rappers like Missy Elliott dealing with health issues, while others like Eve followed in the footsteps of Queen Latifah, changing industries and started to delve more into TV and film. The new rap girls that were coming up at the time were only popular for a couple of songs or an album run, such as Lil Mama and MIA. And it was around this time which led to the one female rapper becoming prominent at a time due to a lack of star power, while this lack of a mainstay only lasted until 2009 with the arrival of Nicki Minaj. To say Nicki's arrival on the scene was game-changing is an understatement. She was able to break the mold of what it meant to be a female rapper. She was able to cross over by adapting her music to the sound of the time and incorporating pop music into her raps. She marketed herself in a way like her pop peers did, such as Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, and Kesha. During her debut era, we saw her image shift towards camp aesthetics, while sonically, her second album leaned into the EDM boom which was popularized at the time. While doing this allowed Minaj to compete with her pop peers, this allowed her to have this cool edge of being a rapper, which gave her an advantage over the pop stars due to how flexible her sound was able to be. This is seen throughout the 2010s, more specifically the mid-2010s, as there is a growing increase in popularity of rap music at the time. We see this especially with her pop peers who debuted around the same time as her, either decreasing in popularity or changing industries, while Nicki remained a prominent figure in both music and pop culture. Artists throughout the 2010s wanted a Nicki feature as badly in 2016 as they did in 2010. Her ability for reinvention, strong features, and a huge core fanbase ensured that Nicki had the staying power other rap girls past and present just didn't have. But this doesn't mean the 2010s were a complete drought for female rappers. Rappers such as Young M.A, Azealia Banks, Iggy Azalea, and Dej Loaf all featured throughout the 2010s, having huge hit songs. Though outside of maybe Iggy and Azealia, who were able to remain relevant based off of their controversies, we had no notable women in rap who became stars outside of Nicki Minaj. That was until 2017. By the late 2010s, as there was a general shift in music, there became a gap in the market for a different kind of female rapper. Nicki had already cemented herself as one of the greatest, from her extensive run of impressive features to her ability for creating the perfect crossover superstar. The game was less concerned with skill, as there was a shift towards trap music, and it became a focus on music for the club and music with good vibes over lyrical ability. While Nicki had dabbled in the genre from as early as 2013-2014, the absence of a solo Nicki album for a few years at this point meant there became space for another female rapper to come up. Here enters Cardi B. Her infectious personality, quotable phrases, and rapid social media growth led to Cardi being asked by Mona Scott Young to join season 6 of Love and Hip Hop back in 2015. She used the platform to build a fan base, create music, and to use it as a jumping off point to go on to bigger things in the future. She left the show after just 2 seasons, and shortly after her departure, she released the biggest female rap song of 2017 with Bodak Yellow. After dropping this monster hit, her run would only continue as she dropped multiple hits from her debut album, Invasion of Privacy, such as Be Careful and I Like It, as well as featuring on some of the biggest songs of the year such as No Limit and Taki Taki. However, Cardi B wouldn't be the only female rapper who would become popular in the late 2010s. Rappers such as the City Girls, Sweetie, Lizzo and Megan Thee Stallion would all have success and start gaining traction from a wider audience from 2017 to 2019. The City Girls and Sweetie became known for their fun bad beat anthems, Lizzo started to create the perfect crossover hits, and Megan Thee Stallion slowly started to emerge as one of the rappers who had the most potential for longevity with her viral freestyles, strong projects, and her strong ability for marketing herself. Let's look at the various iterations of Hot Girl Summer still being prevalent in pop culture almost 5 years later. Though, thanks to the internet, interest in female rappers didn't just end there. There were multiple women who didn't become household names, but due to their large online presence, they began to capture audiences' attention and would frequently make the blogs, such as Cash Doll, Rico Nasty, Ruby Rose, and Asian Doll. It was clear that we were entering a new era for female rap and women in hip hop in general. As we entered 2020, the world pretty much shut down and we sought after entertainment on social media. Apps such as TikTok rose in popularity for their short-form visual content, allowing people some escapism in a world that seemed so uncertain. This medium created opportunities unseen before through social media. While social media has definitely played a part in some songs becoming hits, from Super Bass and Bodak Yellow, TikTok allowed songs to take on a life of their own, creating huge hits with minimal effort from an artist or the label. The first instance we saw of TikTok creating hit songs for female rappers came in the form of Savage and Say So, easily two of the biggest songs of the 2020s so far. Both songs were able to generate so much buzz and became so popular that they were able to eventually go #1 with hit remixes from Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, coincidentally both dropping in the same week, which created a battle for the #1 spot. Though this would eventually go to Say So, Savage also had its time in the spotlight, going to #1 too. This battle didn't just give these women a hit, but it helped to solidify the staying power of Megan Thee Stallion, who had already had a couple of hits under her belt at this point. And it also helped to propel Doja Cat into mainstream success after a slow rise into stardom, but she quickly proved that she had the staying power due to her great live performances of Say So, which would go viral, showing off her versatility. The success for these women didn't just end there though. It was obvious that both women had mainstay potential, as shortly after they would both have a string of viral songs. For Megan, her songs Body and Captain Hook, which came off her 2020 mixtape Sugar, would become notable hits for her, while Doja saw similar success with her songs Like That and Streets later going viral too, which came from her 2019 project Hot Pink. But hits for female rappers didn't stop there though. Throughout 2020 and 2023, we've seen many new and upcoming women in rap generate hit songs such as Whole Lotta Money, Rumors, Twinning Them, Don't Play With It, Munch, Big Energy, Area Code, Telfie, Bust It, and much more. The hits created from TikTok and other online buzz has given female rappers like Flo Milli, Baby Tate, Lakia and Lola Brooke the opportunity to expand their fan bases, tour and get their first gold and platinum plaques from their TikTok hits. For others, it has helped propel them into mainstream success, such as Lotto, Coi Leray and Ice Spice, who have managed to utilise their popularity from one viral song into creating a string of multiple hits and co-signs from some of the biggest names in the industry. Lotto having Big Energy remixed by Mariah Carey and DJ Khaled, Coi Leray being featured on David Guetta and Calvin Harris's new albums, and Ice Spice getting 2 Nicki Minaj features in under a year with the Princess Diana remix and the Barbie World song which came from the Barbie soundtrack, which both ended up being top 10 hits for her. TikTok's success has opened the doors for a lot of girls who may likely have never received this attention without the app, from Billboard hit records to brand endorsements to being featured on the soundtracks of some of the most popular films of the year. It's clear that the rap girls have been elevated to a new level of success and exposure that they wouldn't have received for having a hit song in the mid-2010s. One song has been able to change their lives and create a star. However, TikTok hasn't just given a shine to the new rap girls. More established female rappers have managed to generate hits from TikTok too. This is due to the fast turnover rate in popularity of songs, which has led many to go back into the archives to find songs to create new hits. with songs such as Running Up the Hill, Sure Thing and Bloody Mary trending on TikTok, regenerating life into older songs. The same thing has happened with other female rappers too. Let's start with Nicki Minaj. Prior to 2020, Nicki's career had entered a bit of a lull. While she was still achieving moderate chart success and was still a staple in pop culture, Nicki's music wasn't selling as much as it once did. Between messy rollouts and infrequent drops, it seemed as though Nicki was coming towards the end of her run. Despite getting #1 singles with Trolls and the Say So remix, those songs weren't huge hits for her, with the first one being one of the biggest drops from the top spot in Billboard history, and the latter not being able to overshadow the original's success, unlike the Savage remix, which was able to take on a life of its own. However, due to Nicki's iconic back catalogue, she was able to go viral on a regular basis. This allowed her to regain popularity through a new generation as they were introduced to Nicki through the app. This newfound love on TikTok would soon turn into success for her newer songs such as the Princess Diana remix and Super Freaky Girl. Similarly, Cardi has had fans eagerly awaiting a follow-up to the 2018 smash Invasion of Privacy. In the meantime, songs like Up and WAP were able to take the #1 spot due to their viral dances on TikTok. WAP especially would become a notable hit for Cardi, being one of the biggest songs of the 2020s so far, ensuring that Cardi would remain relevant while she completes her sophomore album. We've also seen older hits from rap legends such as Missy Elliott and Eve go viral too. This has allowed the women to be introduced to a new generation of fans, which has led to their inclusion on songs by younger artists such as Flo, Anita and Doja Cat. This goes to show us that it's not only the new girls that are benefiting from TikTok, but the older rap girls are getting their shine too. There's just something about female rappers that TikTok users seem to love. So as we begin to wrap up this video, it's strange to see a resurgence of women in hip hop, especially due to the recent decrease in popularity of hip hop as an overall genre. As you may remember, during the late 2010s, hip-hop had taken over as the most popular genre in America. But I can't complain. As a fan of female rap myself, I enjoy seeing an array of girls get the shine that they deserve, and I'm glad to see that the general public is finally loving female rappers and they're all getting a chance to shine. Because it's not as though female rappers went extinct or there was only one female rapper out. It's just that audiences really weren't interested in the female rappers that were there, instead choosing to only focus on one as she had the main star power at the time. And for a while, it seemed as though there were very limited spaces. However, this could have a knock-on effect. As we're seeing a lot more mainstream female rappers, we could eventually go on to see even more in the future, with more women occupying space in hip-hop and becoming mainstream stars. Their playful looks, quotable lyrics, and experimental sounds offer them a higher chance of going viral in comparison to their male counterparts. While TikTok has been scrutinised for its impact on modern music, it's clear that at least for the meantime, female rappers are going to continue to thrive on that app, and we're only going to see more females take over in the future.